Good morning, everyone. Sareen here. I'm gonna play Labyrinth of Time. This is a replay. I forgot to put the logo up there. Oh my. Give me just one moment. This one should do. Okay. I think I've wasted enough time. Alright. I'm actually gonna have to restart the game here in a second. So, give me just a second. Control F5. Return to launcher. Alright, here we go. Switch over here. Alright, it's gonna look weird for a second. I'm just gonna load the game and I'm gonna real quick hit F5 so I can resize the window. So, hit start. Alright. Move this window. I have to move quickly. Alright. Unfortunately, I can't do this before loading the game, because it just moves back once I start the game. So it makes this look a little weird. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Grab. Size, there we go. There we go. Now the window should fit, right? Alright, here we go. Alright, so this intro, if I remember correctly last time, moves a little quickly, so I'm just going to read it without commenting. And here we go. A multimedia adventure by Terra Nova Development. The Labyrinth of Time. So this is one of my favorite old games from the... It's called a Myst-like, but it's not really like Myst. You'll see. I'll talk about it as I play. 8 p.m., the end of another long, gray day at work. You're not even sure what day it is. Your calendar says it's Friday. The days don't seem pretty much the same anymore. Friday, the end of a week. You know that all you have to look forward to is a long, uneventful weekend at home. The prospect is not exciting. I disagree. I think it's very exciting. It's hard to say when your days all began to feel the same, dull as old chrome and without joy. You sigh and lock up at the office. Out in the thick air of the city, you pass people and buildings without really seeing them. You know that to them, you have no face either. Was it always as dull as this? Is the air of desperation that hangs over the street real or imagined? It doesn't really matter, does it? So, yeah, you're a little bit depressed. You descend into the guts of the subway station. With any luck, the trains won't break down tonight. It never seems to break down on your way to work, only on the way home. More dull chrome and gray shadows. You keep wondering what's wrong with the city, or with you. You buy your ticket. Got a good mullet there. You wonder idly if you'd change your job, or move away. You know you won't do either. You wait without eagerness for the subway train. Here it is. You step aboard. Subway train's a little more cartoony than the rest of the world. You board the train, but as you enter, you feel strange. Oh, flashing lights warning for anybody who's photosensitive in the next one. Suddenly you feel as though you are being pulled in a direction you never knew existed. I think here's where it starts. Once there, you seem to be pulled inside out. Alright, there's the flashing lights, and it's over. Alright, so the world itself seems to be changing. You reach for something to hold on to, but there's nothing there. A strange figure appears. Raising his head, he looks at you. I'm sorry to have ripped you from your normal life, mortal. I have no choice. My name is Daedalus. When I was alive, long ago in your world, I was a master craftsman of the ancient world. I am a spirit now. For ages I have dreamed in the land of the dead. Once I served King Minos of Crete. For him I built a labyrinth near his palace, where he kept the bestial Minotaur of legend. The spirit of Minos has long been a judge of the dead, but now he hopes to return to the land of the living. He has enslaved me, and now I am building a new labyrinth for him. I can neither refuse nor escape. You must help me. If I am to complete the new labyrinth, then the power of Minos will be unstoppable. This new labyrinth was not a simple maze. I am far more powerful than I was in life, and what Minos has made me build is unique. The labyrinth is built outside of your space and time, but penetrates your world in many ages. Ooh, I like that. Once it is finished, the spirit of King Minos will be able to reach any place in the universe at any time he chooses. He will use the power of the Labyrinth to conquer all of space and time. I am unable to resist Minos. He holds my spirit prisoner. I have drawn you out of time and space, the first mortal I could reach. You alone can stop Minos from ruling the lands of the living. I can do little to aid you. All I can say is that you must destroy the Labyrinth before it is complete. If you do, I will be freed. This time I will not be trapped again. It is possible. You must find the way, for all our sakes. I wish you good fortune, mortal. You must be clever and careful and swift. I can say no more. He has said a lot. The spirit of Daedalus fades from view. Well, this may be awkward and frightening, but it is neither dull nor gray. Yay! Just like Wizard of Oz. Alright, so we have been pulled from time and space in order to save this, or destroy this labyrinth and save all of the universe forever. Yay! Okay. So, when I play this, I like to fill in all of the map. As you can see here... Oh, that's getting loud. Hold on a second, I gotta turn down my headphones a little bit. And I'll turn down the volume just a tad. Alright, so as you can see, there's a map. And I like to fill in every spot that I can. There are actually places that look like you can get to them, but you can't. At least not that is known. So you'll see me wander around in circles. Okay. Oh. My fingers were on the wrong buttons. I'm like, why is only left working? Alright, so for instance now, I've been to every place around the subway. There's one that I can't reach. You see, it is blocked by a door. It was the one I was actually just at. But I can't get through that door. I would open that first. Try to open it. It appears to be stuck. Let's look at it. Ah. There's a screw in the place. Let's try to get that out. Ah, I cannot move it. I'm gonna have to find something for that screw. Alright, this is the only way I can go then. Now, it looks like there should be something in here, but there's not. It's just a bathroom. I don't think the thing even flushes. It does? I don't think I've ever tried that. You pull on the chain. Alright. Can I turn on the faucet? There's no time to clean yourself. Oh. There's really nothing to do in here, unfortunately, and this door is locked. So I played this game maybe 30, 40 times. I can get there in about 15 to 20 minutes before the music even loops. I'm gonna enjoy myself today. I'm gonna poke around and look at things. Like this lady with the harp that's got a kind of upsetting face. The wardrobe is locked. These people do not want to be disturbed. Too fucking bad. I'm trying to save the world here. Okay. What's through this door? Oh my god, what is that? Alright, so that's the maze center. Pretty much all the game's gonna be trying to get to that building. But, do you think you can fly? Can't walk there. Got a laundry chute. So, yeah, I'll be talking about the story. We'll learn a lot more about the Minotaur, which we heard about from Daedalus earlier. But, we'll talk about that when we get to the... There's a big exposition dump. There's really just 2 computers in the game where you can learn the overall story of this game. I probably won't read everything this time. If you want me to see me read everything, the first video I read pretty much everything that's important. This time I'll probably only be reading the one entry that I'm mostly interested in, and you'll find out when we get there what that is. Okay, so Luke doesn't really give you descriptions of what you're looking at, for the most part. It just says nothing happened. That's one of the major problems of this game. Door's locked. Hey, I'm in a movie theater. Can't go that way. So you see, it's not really like Myst, and because this really adheres to a grid system, whereas Myst had kind of a little bit more free-form movement. This is more similar to like those old dungeon crawling games, where you would have like just a grid layout in the upper right, and it would show, appear as you walk through it, like actually in Odyssey or something like that. Alright, so we've got ourselves a sliding puzzle, but we don't know the code yet. It needs to be in a certain configuration, which we don't know yet. So, let's move on. I actually do know the code. It never changes. But that wouldn't be fun, now would it? Heading for the lounge. Hey, another view of the ziggurat. The ziggurat? I don't know if it's a short or a long, whatever. Alright, we hear ourselves a fractal portal here. And a door that won't open. The door is locked. Now here's an interesting thing. You see that the door is, something that looks like we can get through it. But you would be wrong. That door never opens as far as anybody has ever found. If anybody knows how to open it, let me know. I'd die to know if there's something back there. Another view of the ziggurat. Which, oddly enough, you can't see from here. Although it looks like maybe the fence is in the way. Got ourselves a ticket counter. Anybody working here? Hello? Guess there's nobody else outside of time and space right now. Might be the only one. Of course, according to Daedalus, I am the only one. Alright, so we got ourselves a cemetery here. Big Earl Artie, 1854 to 1675. Mad Dog Madigan, he's the guy... I had it coming. He's the guy that we're going to be interested in here. 1834 to 1882. This, gravestone's actually a clue that we need to use later. Andy Cooper, 1860 to 1881. And John Doe died 1871. Didn't even know his birth date. Revolver Spring Saloon. Oh, can I get closer to that and actually read it? Revolver Spring Saloon. Rick Unland, proprietor. Established 1878. Let's go in. Get ourselves a bottle of Acme... whatever. Let's take that. Pick up. Oh, nope, P is not pick up. T for take. That's right. So I'm actually controlling this. You can, use your mouse to click the buttons, but you can also do, T for take, M for move, O for open, C for close, and so forth. Look. Inventory is I. Yeah. And we can go back. And then, of course, these are the arrow buttons. I actually don't even have to put my hand on the mouse very much, but kind of easier to do that. I don't think there's anything else in here, and in fact, the liquor bottle is useless in this game. But I like to pick things up, so I picked it up. The real reason we're here in this dead Old West town is to get ourselves this key. Take it. If we don't get... Oh, that key is gonna let us open the wardrobe. Back where we, back in the hotel. Okay, get ourselves a printing press. We find out it is April 30th. But what year? We don't know yet. So every little different area here will be part of a different era. This one's obviously the Old West. Gonna shove this down the track. However, here... Loud noise alert. I guess not that loud. Here, we seem to be stuck on something. You ought to open that first. Can I move it? Nope, nothing happened. Oh, it said you ought to open that first. Nothing happened. Alright, can't do anything with this yet, so let's go back. One of the things that happens is if there's actually a background noise, it interrupts the music, and sometimes that makes it leap forward to the next song. Which I don't care for, because that means I have to, usually I try to finish the game when I'm playing for, speed. I try to finish before one full rotation of the background music. The background music, by the way, is all public domain. The, creators of this game just got it from a music library. The same music set is actually used in an old Nickelodeon show called The Adventures of Pete and Pete. So whenever I heard them, crop up, I was like, oh, hey, that's the game, that's from my favorite game. That song, I like it. Alright, so we got the key. Let's, look at our inventory. Oh, by the way, we started with a map and 2 25-cent coins. Alright, so we got the key. Let's use it in the lock. To get out of our inventory, we have to press the move key, which is right here, or press, what was it? Oh. I thought it was move. Hold on. It's not M. No? That's use. I guess escape. I thought you could press the move key to get back. Hold on. E. Open. Look. Look doesn't work. You know, I think perhaps... I'm using scum. I usually don't use scum. I think it's changed. Anyways, now that we've unlocked it, we can open the wardrobe. A little bit of animation there for us. We got ourselves a journal and a key card. Let's take them. Let's take a look at the journal. Probably not going to read the whole thing this time. Alright, Journal of Professor Martin Garrett, April 1912. I begin this journal as I prepare for... What was that? Okay. So the basic idea behind this journal is that this is of a archaeologist that was searching for the ziggurat of the Sorcerer King, near Uxmal. It's just an account of all the tribulations he went through trying to find it. The idea is that Mad Dog Madigan had a map to find, once found it, and he had a map that was buried with him. And he was buried in Revolver Springs. But whenever they go to Revolver Springs, they cannot find his gravesite. I don't know why. Obviously, I know where it is. But somehow I have to get this information to Professor Martin. Wait, was it Martin? Oh no, Professor Garrett. Anyway, that's the gist of this. It also says that he lost his lucky shirt, which is something he had on when he found all of his previous major finds. So he's feeling that there's not much success. Not much chance of success without it. Okay. And that's the story. Can I get a little bit of water? This game always causes a lot of talking. Okay, if anybody has chlorophobia, this is the time to look away. Ah! Alright, so this is our first actual maze in this labyrinth. Explore the amazing maze of mirrors. Enter at your own risk. See Morgan the magician. He knows all. He tells all. Anyways, let's get rid of that stupid laughing sound. Alright, so this place is a maze within a maze. If I look at the map, I'm now in a different area. I can go to the next level down. Oh, sorry. Oh, hold on a second. Where is it? Okay, it should be this one. So this is the mirror maze. Yeah, okay. So I click on that, it brings me to a little inset map. So basically, again, I'm going to try to fill it all in. So you're going to see me open the map quite often to make sure to check on my progress and actually remember where I am. Yeah, there's Morgan. Okay, so Morgan will give me hints for quarters. However, if you put in a quarter now, he's basically just going to say, you're going to wish you had that quarter back. So we need more quarters first before he'll be useful. Ah, chlorophobia activated. So I think I have filled in the entire map now. Let's give it a check. Hooray! Alright, so that's a little subsection of this. Alright, we've reached our first teleporter. Wrong button. The teleporter is activated with a key card. In fact, it shows right here, transport card key. It looks, does it say Gizmo? I think that says Gizmo. I forgot to take a drink. Right, use the card key in the slot. I need to get closer to operate that. And of course I've got to select the card key again. That's the thing about using inventory, you have to go through it one at a time. What does this say? Kumaya? Kumaya? Or Kimaya, maybe? Hold on a second. Katakana. It is in Japanese, a script called katakana. But I cannot remember the katakana really easily. I cannot remember what they all are. It is of course ku. Okay, so that's ku? Or is that K? That's K. Okay, so K, and I think it's ma. It is not ma. It is mo. No, it's not. Chi? Yes, it's chi. Kichiya. Kichiya. I'm pretty sure that's ya. Yes. Doesn't mean anything to me, unfortunately. K-E-C-H-I-Y-A. Kichiya. Anyways. Oh, I ran out of time. Oh no. Oh no. There we go. Okay, so apparently Scum VM has a little problem with this game. It keeps trying to loop up back to previous screens. Okay. Well, whatever. If I do this quickly, it won't matter. Alright, so use in the slot. Alright, I can't remember which one I want to go to first, so I'm just gonna press the green button. Alright, one of these leads to the museum, one of them leads to a library. Both are in orbit, or both are in space. So, hey, welcome to the future, guys. Alright, let's take a look at this. Where the heck are we? New World Development. New Worlds Development. New Worlds Development, a division of Terra Nova Development. Hey, they made this game! Welcomes you to the digital library of the NWD space station in Earth orbit. We hope you'll find your visit enjoyable and informative. The public interface to library archives is a simple terminal located south of this room. From the terminal's main menu, you can select a wide variety of subjects. Alright, so this is where we're going to get our exposition dump. We regret that... Okay. It will take... Okay. Within the library archives is a vast array of information. It will take several years to transfer the remainder of human experience to our databanks. So their endeavor is to get all the knowledge in the world. We regret that the rest of the space station is closed to the public due to the cost of liability insurance, but there are several windows in the library hallway which offer a view of the space that surrounds us, as well as a spectacular view of the Earth below. We hope you'll enjoy your stay with us. On leaving us, you may return to your teleportation station or continue to the UNW Lunar Library. In case of emergencies, a special emergency transport is available for use south of the library terminal. New Worlds Development, a division of Terra Nova Development. The sky is not the limit. Alright, so... Oh, man, we've already reached the last song in the rotation. Yeah, so there's about a half-hour music in this game, but they're all pretty good. I really love the music. Alright, so I wanted to go to the other place first. So, let's actually go back. Look at the slot. Use our card key. And press the blue button. So this is a dead end, but it's going to give me some more information about where I am. Alright, so this one... New Worlds Development. New Worlds Development Division. Okay, welcomes you to the Museum on the Moon. We hope you'll find your visit enjoyable and informative. Throughout the museum, you'll find monitors like this one, which explain the exhibits. If you have any further questions, don't hesitate to ask the uniformed security guards in each room. The museum was founded as part of New World's blah 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 blah. Exhibits have been gathered to unearth the new lunar culture that protect them from any dangers they might be exposed to on the surface of Earth. So basically, it is just a museum. On the moon. You'll find, Ancient Earth Artifacts Collection, and then from Earthly Past. Second room is a collection of alien artifacts. They're objects discovered in the course of space exploration which we cannot identify. The rest of the Lunar Center is closed. We hope you'll enjoy your stay, and so on and so forth. I don't think there was anything very important. So, you'll notice some of these, well, one of these things we've seen before. This gramophone was in the hotel room that we got the card key from. So we're actually interacting with objects multiple times in their history throughout the timeline of the universe. This is a primitive music player from around the year 1912, formerly the possession of noted archaeologist Professor Martin Garrett. Hey, he's the guy whose journal we found. Professor Garrett carried this gramophone with him on all his expeditions, including his disastrous final visit to the ziggurat of the Sorcerer King near Ulfsmal in Central America. So apparently he made it at some point, even though he doesn't have Mad Dog Madigan's map yet. New World's Development, a division of Terra Nova Development, takes pride in presenting this artifact. Interesting, not only as a technology, it is a memento of a brilliant, if misguided, scientist. The gramophone was obtained from Professor Garrett's estate, and WD purchased the entire estate outright, although unfortunately there were no items of archaeological value. So now we know that if we help out Professor Garrett, it will change the exhibit on the moon somehow. In fact, if we look, there's one exhibit that appears to be gone, missing, damaged. So our job is to get that exhibit back in place. Display damaged. See curator for further information. Will do. If I can find him. I might be the only person who exists in this place, though. Renaissance salute. Oh! Again, that is not expected. I shouldn't have to work around that, but oh well. Gonna keep going. I don't think there's anything important about this loot. Yeah, nothing important. It's just, the rest of these are all red herrings, I think. There's really nothing about them that's important. Yeah, even though this sounds like a clue, it just sort of turned up in my attic one day. We don't interact with whoever Todorovich is ever again, like throughout any of the other things. These two, I mean, you got a booby statue. I guess that's gonna get me censored on Twitch. You even get to see, like, the wireframe renders were... So this is all, like, early 3D modeling. Look at them polygons, man. The origin of this interesting female statue was shrouded in mystery. It was discovered in the luggage compartment of a 1993 Morgan Plus 8 Roadster, formerly the property of late Bradley W. Schenk. He's one of the people who made this game. A founder of Terra Nova Development. Well, that said it right there. Efforts to date the statue have been inconclusive, and its provenance is as much a mystery as the fact that it could fit in the luggage compartment. The statue became the property of New World's Development, a division of Terra Nova Development, because no one was in the parking garage of the company when the statue was discovered. So basically, they just stole it. Again, these are all just red herrings. Everything except the gramophone lets you know that this collection is from Professor Garrett's personal collection. That's the only clue here. Alright. And a unicycle. Alright, here we have the alien stuff. Oh, hold on. Let's read this. This window faces on a typical lunar landscape outside the lunar settlement of New World. Okay. Depending on the time of day, a spectacular Earthrise might be visible here. Someday the entire settlement will be open to the public, including guided tours to the various spectacular landmarks that make the moon a unique vacation spot for the entire family. Until then, please enjoy this simple panoramic view as a taste of things to come. Please refrain from touching the window. We wouldn't want another accident. Yeah, there appears to be a gravestone out there. Let's touch the window. Nothing happened. Let's take the window. Nothing happened. Oh well. Alright, there's no case explaining this display, but this is the alien artifacts room, and there's a belt here that I'm taking because it's cool and I want it. And when we turn it on, oh, there's a flashing lights warning, but it's not so severe. I don't think this will set off anybody with photosensitivity issues, but here we go. Oh. Yeah, I thought it was brighter than that. Oddly enough, there's no way to turn this belt off. It just flashes. And the weird thing is, it doesn't act as a light source. We need a light source later, but it doesn't work as one. And over here we have some sort of weird alien lever machine. I'm going to move two of these. It's going to seem random, but it has a point. You'll see what it is later. Alright, dead end, so we go back. Oh, there's our card key. And let's press the green button again. The orange button leads back to the clown maze. Alright, here's our biggest exposition dump Oh, actually, first let's look what's over here. Hey, another view on the ziggurat. Alright, here's our biggest exposition dump. I'm gonna summarize. Most of most of the sections are going to be deleted, and actually I'll read the message from the librarian. It says why. I have lost all contact with the company headquarters on Earth, and with the lunar settlement as well. There was little warning over the past few days. Over the past few days, there have been many sightings of a creature who calls himself King Minos, the name of the legendary king of ancient Crete. Most of these sightings involve very unlikely events, such as Minos appearing suddenly in the middle of a United Nations conference and somehow transporting the Security Council to parts unknown. Many apparently supernatural events involving this King Minos have been reported from all over the world. It seems impossible that a single person or entity could appear simultaneously in every nation of the Earth. Get your drink. I hesitate to repeat these stories about mystical powers, death rays, and miraculous events. Minos has been credited with causing volcanoes to erupt, tidal waves to wipe out islands and coasts, and all manner of natural disasters. Minos has appeared on television and video phone channels throughout... Has appeared on television and video phone channels throughout the world and demands that all nations submit to him. As soon as any government tries to mount a defense, Minos seems to appear just in time to prevent them. Most of the world's nations have already surrendered it by the time I lost communications. As the communications link was severed, a power surge devastated the library archives. Almost all our data has been destroyed, leaving little still available on the terminal, which means luckily I don't have to read a lot of articles. I was alone on the station at the time, and no message and no person has reached me since. I am not sure how safe the station's teleportation devices are. In fact, I am not sure that there is any place to go. I have been trying to recover the library data for the past 12 hours. I suppose I do this out of duty, since this sort of disaster is exactly what the library is here for, to preserve the accumulated knowledge of humankind. I have done my best, but there was very little left to save. Especially puzzling is that among the damaged data I found many references to this King Minos, as though he has simultaneously appeared in every age of the Earth's history to demand our surrender. I have purged these references, since obviously they were not here originally, but their presence troubles me. Is it possible that this King Minos has somehow appeared not only in every nation of the Earth, but throughout all of time too? That he is some sort of supernatural creature who has found a way into our dimension and controls both space and time? If that is possible, I begin to wonder, could he actually be the King Minos of legend, returned from the land of the dead with powers we cannot understand? I have been working far too long. I think these ridiculous... I have been working far too long, I think. These are ridiculous fantasies. What he is, and it seems more likely that he is an alien being or a whole army of aliens who look alike, he cannot be the spirit of an ancient king. How long will it take before this creature notices me here in orbit? I will continue these notes, if I'm able, after I get some rest. I hope that there will be someone, someday, to read them. Hey, that's me. He's talking about me. Alright. About the library, basically it's a library that orbits the world. Terra Nova Development, after they made this game, became super successful and rich. They became crazy billionaires who, one of them, put their car into orbit with them inside, and now just, is a skeleton floating around. Well, I guess he's mummified, because there's nothing really to, skeletonize him, but still. Just orbiting the planet, and the other one just disappeared in the first teleporter accident and has never been seen again. I think Shank was the one Bradley W. Shank liked cars, so he's, I think, the one orbiting. Yeah, Ragtop Satellite is what they call his, convertible car orbiting the world. And then Michael Todorovich. Oh, Todorovich, that's the person they said had, okay, so, whatever. And he is the one who just disappeared in a teleporter accident. Nobody knows where he might be. Or if he might be. And that's the gist of this entire section. The orbital library, again, is just to preserve all the knowledge of humankind. Alright. We're not really interested in science and technology. All it's going to tell us about is teleporter's design. So really it just tells you about how the teleporter works just a little bit. And then we look through history. History is where we're going to have most of the stuff. I'll do European history last for a reason. Everything in African history is destroyed. Sorry, Africa. Everything in American history, Central America, Mayan culture, Sorcerer King. So this is just giving us more information about the Sorcerer King of Uxmal, or how do you pronounce that? Apparently he had a mysterious talisman that could destroy the keystone of the enemy's fortresses, and they would just fall to the ground, killing everybody in the process, and he could just take over. So, if we had that talisman, we could certainly do some damage to things. But then we'd have to find a keystone of some sort. North American culture, Old West. This is going to tell us about the ghost town of Revolver Springs, which is where we visited earlier. It's just going to tell us that in a disaster in the spring of 1882, an earthquake struck, and the town of Revolver Springs burned to the ground, and they moved it a little bit down the road. So that's why Professor Garrett has not been able to locate the grave sites. Nobody knows where the original town of Revolver Springs was. He's been looking in the wrong place. And then he's going to talk about Mad Dog Madigan. Just a guy who, did a lot of bad stuff. And died in Revolver Springs, shortly before the earthquake. In fact, you saw that he died April 30th, well, his gravestone was there, April 30th, 1882. Which was the day before the Great Earthquake. These are all our clues, I'm just summarizing. Nothing about South America. Sorry, South America, you no longer exist. Your history's not important. Neither is the Antarctic history. Sorry, guys. Asian history, nothing. Australian history, nothing. European history, what do we got? Ancient Crete. Legend of the Labyrinth. Okay, this is the only article I'm going to read in full, and you'll figure out why somewhere around the middle. In the ancient days, before the land of Greece was called Greece, the Mediterranean Sea was ruled by the people of Crete. The Cretans, that's where we get that word, in turn were ruled by King Minos, whose palace was built at Knossos near the sea. The merchants and navies of Crete sailed throughout that part of the world, selling Cretan goods to the Greeks and others, and taxing them for protection from the pirates of the seas, which they also were. For the most part, these pirates were Cretans. Okay, and that's why we call people I know Cretan is a epithet for most of the English-speaking world, but anyways, it's also spelled differently, with an I instead of an A. But they collected the tax anyway. An Athenian named Daedalus was the greatest craftsman of his time. He was forced to flee Athens and became the master builder of Minos' kingdom on Crete. His many inventions gained him the favor of King Minos. The palace at Knossos was equipped with 3 different systems for running water, one for drainage, one for drinking, and one for sewage. Minos' queen Pasiphae and her daughters became very fond of Daedalus and often asked him for amusing inventions or for help with their problems. So things continued for a long and happy time. Some say that Minos angered Poseidon, god of the sea. Others, that Queen Pasiphae boasted and offended Aphrodite, the goddess of love. For whatever reason, it happened that a great white bull appeared on the island of Crete, the largest and most handsome bull ever seen. Note: for the missing part of this story, ask the librarian for the adult password. Okay, I'm gonna need that password. The missing part of this story is basically Pasiphae fell in love with the bull. I mean, it's handsome. It's a handsome bull. And, she had Daedalus create a hollow cow shell that she could climb inside while the bull, let's just say, had amorous times with it. In this fashion, she became pregnant with the Minotaur. Half man, half bull. So, you can probably assume what happened there. And so Minos, enraged at Daedalus, forced him to build his greatest and most lasting monument, the Labyrinth. This was a huge and confusing maze, more vast than any maze seen in the ancient or the modern world. Daedalus himself was imprisoned, together with his son Icarus, beneath the labyrinth. At the labyrinth's center, King Minos placed the Minotaur, that beast with the head of a bull and the body of a man who was the son of Queen Pasiphae. The Minotaur raged and thundered at the labyrinth's heart, but could not escape. Every year Minos sent to the Greek cities for a tribute of gold, and now, for young men and women, These Minos sent into the Labyrinth, where they were slain and devoured by the Minotaur. No one could stand against the navies of King Minos, and so the tribute continued for many years. During these years, Daedalus and his son Icarus escaped from beneath the Labyrinth, but that tragic story does not concern us now. That's the story of Icarus flying too close to the sun and falling into the sea. Eventually, a Cretan ship brought from Athens a shipment of young men and women. With them was Theseus, the heir to the throne of Athens. Theseus won the love of Ariadne, one of the daughters of King Minos, and she swore to help him kill the Minotaur. When Theseus was brought to the labyrinth, Ariadne was waiting for him just inside. Silently, she handed him a razor-sharp sword forged by Daedalus, and she herself carried a magical ball of string that the master craftsman had given her. She tied one end of the string to a pillar, and it rolled out ahead of them, leading straight to the heart of the maze. When they reached the center of the labyrinth, the Minotaur leapt out at Theseus, and they fought a deadly battle. The Minotaur was much larger than a man, and Theseus was a short, wiry prince. If half the Minotaur's blows had landed, Theseus would have been battered to the floor. The prince danced in and out beneath the beast's horns and struck again and again. At last, as the sharp horns swept over his head, Theseus struck with all his strength, and the Minotaur's huge head went flying from its shoulders. Grabbing the head as proof of his victory, the prince followed Ariadne out of the labyrinth. As they emerged, the earth itself began to shake, and the maze at the palace of Knossos were both toppled to the ground. Theseus, Ariadne, and the other Athenians ran for the harbor, where they sank Minos' ships and set sail for Athens. The rule of King Minos was ended. While Minos is remembered for his evil deeds, he was considered in ancient and medieval times. Dang it. I have to get back to that page. In ancient and medieval times to have been the first real judge in Europe. In his early reign, he was famous for delivering justice from his throne. Indeed, his reputation may have outlived him in more ways than one. When Dante had a vision of the Inferno, King Minos presided over a court of the dead. The ancient king had the task of choosing what part of hell to send souls to, so it would seem that his power had continued to grow even after his death. Since no other poet has ventured there since Dante, it's hard to say what Minos has become since then. Alright. So yes, I read that story because it involves having sex with a bull, and I find that hilarious. And I'll read it every time I play this game. Alright, so... here we've got falling rocks on a mountain road facing east. We can only survive this without head protection once, so once we go through this, we can't go back. So let's do it. You barely avoid getting hit with a rock. Now we're in the palace at Knossos. And there's the labyrinth center. Hold on 1 second, I'm going to sneeze. And I have finished sneezing 4 times. Okay, this is actually the platform from which we can get to the bridge. It's the bridge to the center of the labyrinth, but there's no bridge yet. Alright, let's look in here. Hey, there's an axe. And my axe. We've got this, but we can't open this door yet. I'm just filling in this room. See? Room filled in. And now we're in another mini maze. A medieval maze. Oh, gotta go back and get those 2 rooms that I missed. Okay. Hey, there's our head protection. So, let's go into our inventory and actually use it and put it on. Now we got our helmet on. We can get back through the rock fall. Okay, we want to go here. Alright, Just a little bit of this maze left, just the top row. I think it's... Where am I? Oh, okay. And we're out of the maze. Hey, we got ourselves some paint. Oh, wrong button. Take the paint. Thank you. Alright. So, this one's a little weird. In this cafe, on this jukebox... nothing happened. So... Like, I've tried looking at this. Okay, so there's a 25-cent. You can use a quarter here. But the thing is... Actually, I want to save. Nope, inventory. Save. Okay. So, let me see if using a quarter actually does anything, because I've always kind of... So, if you use the take key on this coin slot, you get a silver key, but I think that's wrong. I think you're actually supposed to use a quarter first, and it appears there. The thing is, you don't have to use a quarter to actually get it. Alright, so you... Oh, use... Here. Oh! It does appear if I use a quarter. Okay. Let's see. So I can just take this key. I have the silver key! Woo! Alright, let me reload. Okay. Yeah, it's not there. But if I take, nothing happened. Okay. Look, it's weird. Oh, I've never actually known you can get that close. So if I get this close, and I just take from there, I take the silver key, and I don't have to use a quarter. So I think that's just a little oversight that you can still take the silver key from that angle without actually being in the coin slot. This place is just filled with pictures of cars. I think probably that Bradley Shanks cars, because he loves classic cars apparently. I'm wondering if one of these is the car that is now orbiting the world with his corpse inside. Hey, another view of the Ziggurat Center. Alright, we got ourselves a phone booth here. Let's try to call someone. Again, we're only given 2 quarters, so we gotta be careful how we use them. And I went the wrong way. There we go. Into the coin slot with you. Oh, yay! Oh, yay! Ah, this telephone is only meant to take nickels. I don't know why it's got quarters. I'd like to buy 5 calls, please, I guess. Actually, what does that sign say? I've never... Oh, I forgot. That's... okay, look. Can I read that sign? Telephone service 5 cents. And that's illegible. I can't read that. Anyways, let's grab ourselves this money. Now we've got 13 quarters. So, in celebration, let's take a poop. I went the wrong way again. There we go. Oh, 14 quarters. Oh yeah, because I started with 1. Every time you go through this door, you have to use a quarter, so... That's where most of them are going to be used. If you're like searching around and you don't know what to do and you're moving back and forth, you're going to use a quarter every time you go through that door. This is our second to last mini maze, but the last one is not really a mini maze. You'll figure it out when you get there. Okay. This note is like made by like, I think. No, I actually have no idea how this note is made, but it's just weird. It sounds like theremin, but also like they're banging a gavel against one of those uh, mug jars that you see everywhere. What are they called? Mason jars. Alright, this is a sundial. It's telling me that it's 3 p.m., and I don't know that that's important. If it's important, I've never figured out why. Alright, we're on a construction site now. Let's, we ourselves a drill here. Let's take that. Hey! And we got some sort of hieroglyphics here. What are they? Oh! And this is our sliding puzzle solution for earlier. Let's take a picture of that for later. Okay. So now we know where the sliding puzzle comes out, but it appears... Yeah, there's 2 rooms between it. Us and them, so we gotta go and input that into the sliding puzzle. Alright, we're on our way back then. It's a long walk, so let's talk about life. How you guys doing? You feeling good? I'm feeling good tonight. I started streaming at 4:20, and there's a reason for that. I took an entire cookie. Which is a lot, because I'm a tiny person. It doesn't take a lot to get me really messed up. So I wanted something nice and calming. And after this, I'm gonna go cuddle Belle for like 5 hours. Usually because he wakes up earlier than I do. So responsible. He doesn't stay up until 4:20. What is it, 5 a.m. now? 5:13? Holy crap. Why can't I figure out a way through here? Oh, I see. I have to go the other... I have to down, over, and up. Alright. Move this button. Alright, so we've been pretty much everywhere. There's one more place we can go. But, really, I'm gonna do a couple sweeps to clean up here. Because if we go too far without getting a certain item, we get soft locked. There's a lot of soft locks in this game. Right, orange key will take us back to the mirror maze. We got a whole bunch of keys, so we got a couple doors we can open. That'll be fun. Actually, let's take a look at what Morgan says. I'm gonna save here, because I don't want to use my quarters willy-nilly. So let's save. Serene. Okay. Let's look at his coin slot and use our coins. What do you got for me, Morgan? The future is what the past has made it. Alright, a little clue that we can change the past. If you cannot reach your goal, you must learn to build bridges. So again, we're already trying to build the bridge to the ziggurat. Oh, wait. Oh. Wasted time. Damn it. I've got to get in close again. Come on, Morgan, give me something more. A blank piece of paper is full of potential. That one will make sense eventually. Beep beep. Harpo marks. I have no idea what that's about. Great power hides behind the throne of kings. Again, that'll make sense in a bit. We will be moving a throne to find the great power behind it. You will meet a tall, dark stranger. Kind of feel like this already happened. Although Daedalus wasn't dark in complexion or hair, so I don't know. Sometimes a closed door holds greater opportunity than an open one. Yeah, we're gonna have to, like, go behind an open door, a closed door to get what's behind it in a second. Some doors were never meant to be opened. That's probably about... There are 2 doors in the labyrinth, or maybe 3, that never open. Oh, there's 2 doors and 1 place that you can't get to, that you can see but can't get to. If one could speak to the past, how would it answer? I don't know. Again, another clue that we can change the past. It's all done with mirrors. Ah, that's a, clue on how to get past the final boss. I don't know how many coins I have left. Whatever will be, will be. Doris Day. Again, not very helpful. Thanks, Morgan. Morgan the Magician thinks you ought to figure this out yourself. I have 1 coin left. Okay. Figure it out yourself, says Morgan the Magician. Hot peppers. Alright. Load again. Serene? Alright, thanks, Morgan. You've been great. It really has. I'm gonna move you through here quickly because I don't want to hear that stupid clown laughing. Alright. So now we've got a silver key, which means we can open... this door. Oh, open. Alright, hey, we found the Maltese Falcon. I thought that thing didn't exist. And we got ourselves an iron key. In fact, if you don't take this iron key, you will get soft lock later. And we got some notes. Let's see what the notes say. Alright, here. Assignment. Locate gravesite of Big Earl Ardrey. Died 1875, Revolver Springs, California. Problems. Town destroyed in an earthquake and fire on May 1st, 1882. Cemetery site and tombstones discovered, but no graves located. Find local newspapers for information on the possible location of graves before May 1st, 1882. Reporter is also client Judith Ardrey in Abalone, Arizona. Okay. So they were searching. This is just another clue that the gravesite moved. Alright, let's go put in that, tile slider puzzle. Alright, first line is 7, 2, 9, 10. Alright, next line is 1, 11, 5, 13. Next one is 8, 15, 14, 12. Uh-oh. And the bottom one is 3, 4, 6. So I'm gonna have to do some shuffling, which means I have to go this way. Alright. Perfect. There we go. Hey, what do we find here? Hey, I found the Amontillado! Edgar Allan Poe reference, if anyone is not aware. It is a story about a man breaking up another man behind a brick wall. Very funny. Funny stuff. Take the gold key and the bicycle pump. We might need the bicycle pump, but most likely we won't. We will need the gold key, though. If we go further, we find ourselves back in the hedge maze. Yay! So this is just the other side of that pay toilet door. Oop. Right, let's go to the Wild West. There is something we can grab here, which if we don't grab it, we get soft locked. And it also has to do with that try closing a door thing they said earlier. Oh! Dang it. Alright, so if I try to open the door, nothing happens. But if I just push... Oh, wrong. M for move, not a P for push. Aha! I can just push the minecart through the door. So, if you remember... Okay, fine, yes. There we go. If you remember earlier, there was a section of a bridge sitting here. It no longer sits here. So, good. It's not in the way. Hey, let's take a look at this. Whoso pulleth out this sword from this stone shall be the true-born king of all Britain. Ooh, cool. Let's take it. You appear to be the true-born king of all Britain. Good to know. Alright, so here's a door. We never got to see this door closed, so let's see what's behind it. Haha. A lantern. I don't know if the lantern can run out of oil, but I just turn it on now anyways. You'll see why we need it later. Actually, I'm gonna wait. I'll wait. Open the door. I did forget one thing, so I'm gonna duck out of the Wild West and come back real quick. I forgot to grab one thing. Alright, now that I have the gold key... Oh! Okay, I couldn't open this door till I had the gold key anyways, so that works out. There's the lantern. Oh, gold key, right here. I'm gonna open this door. We got ourselves a combination lock door here. We don't know the combination yet. We can get ourselves a teapot here. What would you want with that? Okay, so I can't take everything there. And we got ourselves a closet full of goodies. We got a broom. Oh. We got a broom. We got a bucket. And we got a blank piece of paper. Alright, let's look at this. Drop off laundry and a newspaper for room 14. So that's our goal now. We gotta get a newspaper and the laundry. Let's get the newspaper. But rather than, you know, a regular newspaper, we're gonna get him a newspaper that tells him exactly what he needs to know to find Mad Dog Madigan's grave. And that would be a newspaper from just before the day of the accident. Or earthquake. I guess earthquakes aren't really accidents. So now we gotta take that blank piece of paper. I went the wrong way. There it is. Run it through this printing press. Now we got ourselves an old-timey newspaper. I'm gonna hate myself. Oh, there it is. Daily Bullet, straight from the Revolver. So remember, this place is called Revolver Springs. April 30th, 1882. Cemetery moved for railroad extension. All the graves in the Revolver Springs Cemetery have now been moved as the railroad extension project continues. With the Indians leave... Wait. Oh, this is a different article. Indians leave town. After today's minor earthquake, every Indian in Revolver Springs disappeared without... Alright, so, you know, things are going bad. The white man does not understand that the earth is angry at him. Silly white man. Alright. Let's get that newspaper to room... whatever room Professor Garrett's staying in. We're gonna help him find that ziggurat. First off, he's gonna get the map from Mad Dog Madigan's grave. And he's gonna get his lucky shirt, so he's successful. There it is. There we go. Now if we look at the journal... There it is. It has changed a little bit. Oh, okay. So the journal is not going to change, I guess, until I get both items in place. Yeah, okay. Journal. So the journal I don't think changes. I think just more is added after the fact. After the last page that's currently blank. Alright. I will update you when it is actually fully updated. When it is fully... words. Alright. So. We don't know where his shirt is. We need a shirt for him. There's only one place left to check. This door that I couldn't open at the beginning of the game. Now that I have a screwdriver, I can open it. There it is. Oh, loud noise of scent warning, guys. It's gonna be very screechy. Ah, damn it. It's doing the thing again. Hold up a sec. Ah, okay. I probably should have checked for an updated version of ScumVM before I started playing. Where is the... There. Oh, jeez. I thought for a second I lost it. Okay. Loud, screechy noise warning, guys. Alright. Now we're done. And then we can just take the screw. Oh, take the screw and open the door. Alright. So this is optional, but we could get a newspaper from today, the day that we disappeared. But it'll cost us $0.25. Oh, close the vending machine. It's probably in the first... Ah, here we are. Subway car vanishes. Please suspect foul play. Theft or special effect. Technology indistinguishable from magic. I can't read the rest of that. So basically, they did notice that the subway car disappeared. However, it doesn't seem that they cared that I disappeared with it. Anyways, these, doors are all locked. We actually can't get through them, so let's just continue down the street. Is that the diner from that famous painting? No, the diner in that painting didn't have a door. Alright, let's look both ways. Private entrance. There's nothing that way. Alright, we should be able to cross the street. Oh god! Didn't your mother ever teach you not to cross the street against the light? Ah, that hurt. Alright, we have fallen to the bottom of a well. However, it's a very weird well. Very Alice in Wonderland. Now, this is actually the last of the small mazes, but it appears to be too surreal to map. How the hell are we ever going to find our way out? Oh, let me, Right, so you notice you'll enter the maze going south. And if we look at what the maze looks like in the map... If I can find it for a second. Alright. Hold on a second. Let's just go north and look at the map. Alright, if we look at the map... Oh. It actually isn't going to show us. The exit from the maze is actually if you go south. So we enter south and we leave south. I don't know how we're supposed to know this. But the problem is, if we just keep moving south in this fashion, we'll never get to an exit. Because the only way to leave the maze to the south would loop us back to the bottom of the well. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in one direction until we get to another room that looks like this one. And then we're going to go south. So basically we're just going to offset ourselves by 1 here. Aha! And eventually you will get out of the maze. And find yourself at the ziggurat of the Sorcerer King. We got a view of the maze center here. We move this. And that opens the doors 1 level down. However, it's super dark in here. We can leave, but we can't go any deeper. So, this is a job for our lantern. And now we can see. Right, we got 3 levers again. Like the alien device on the moon, it's red, yellow, and purple. We've got another door here that never opens. Unless somebody can figure it out and let me know. That would be great. I would love to see if there's something behind that door. But the way Morgan says that there's some doors that were never meant to be opened makes me assume that those aren't going to open. And hey! I found the professor's shirt, and I keep forgetting that it's T for take and not P for pick up. P opens the map for some reason. Alright, so we have filled in all the map that we can here. We can't get to this room for some reason. So we gotta choose at least one of the levers to move. But which one are we gonna move? I'm gonna move the purple one, because we didn't do that for the alien device earlier. So let's get up close. And give it a push. Oh god, what have we done? Alright, so every one of these levers will teleport us out. Back to the bridge platform above the ziggurat. Alright, well we've got a dirty shirt now. Which means we can give the laundry to Dr. Garrett, Professor Garrett. But first we gotta get back there. To the hotel rooms. Card key. Which direction was the card key? I think I went the wrong way. There it is. Alright. First up, we're going to go to the museum on the moon. I believe that's the blue key. And we're going to look at the alien device. And we're going to move the purple lever too. What that's going to do is it's going to put one of the bridge platforms into position. Once you have both levers of the same color pulled, it moves the bridge platform into position. Now that scream, the purple lever, if you only move one, smashes the subway car that we started in. However, that only takes effect if we actually go and look at the subway car. In fact, why don't I save and go do that real quick? So... save... Serene... Okay... Look... Move. Oh, it didn't scream this time. Oh well. Let's see if that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so... Card key. I don't know if the lamp runs out of oil. I don't think it does. The card key is about as far from the map in each direction. There we go. And move the orange button. We're just gonna run and look at the subway car real quick. Oh. Okay. Whatever. Sometimes it's a little glitchy. I don't exactly know... Let's restore Serene. Alright, so I don't exactly know what happens sometimes. Sometimes it gets smashed, sometimes it doesn't. However, if it does get smashed, you just move the bridge platform off of it, and you use the bicycle pump. And it will be good as new. So you might need to use the bicycle pump, you might not. Most of the time you probably won't. I need the card key. So as you notice, that alien belt, despite flashing, does not work as a light source. So I don't know what the point of it is. We want to go here? Alright, let's get this guy's laundry to him. It's dirty, so let's open the laundry chute. Please tell me I didn't go the wrong... Oh, good. There it is. And drop it in the chute. Good, that needed to be cleaned. Now that he has his laundry and a newspaper from 1882 somehow, it is 1912 in this reality. Aha! Alright, so let's take a look at that journal. It's probably going to be the other way. There we are. Oh, I need to use the journal. Alright, so here it picks up again. All the supplies are ready. We plan to leave the site the Sorcerer King Ziggurat tomorrow. There is still a sensation of doom hanging over me. I hope that it eases when we leave the city, but I cannot really believe that our expedition will meet with success. Now new stuff has been added. Okay. Whatever, it's all glitchy now, whatever. I cannot believe my good fortune, although I do not understand it. Just as I was preparing to leave, one of the hotel maids brought me all of my things. A lucky shirt and a newspaper. I have no idea how the shirt got here. That was only the beginning of my amazement. The newspaper was with not a local, or even a new one. It was nothing less than the last newspaper to be printed in the town of Revolver Springs before the town was burned in 1882. One surprise led to another. The newspaper says that the local cemetery was being moved at the time, the graves already being relocated to a nearby hill. Only the tombstones had yet to be moved. There, on April 30th, when the paper was printed, they had no way of knowing that their town would be destroyed the very next day. I now know the location of the grave of Mad Dog Madigan, the outlaw who first discovered the ziggurat of the Sorcerer King. I've delayed our expedition to the ziggurat, and will leave tomorrow for the site of Revolver Springs, where I believe I'll find Mad Dog Madigan's grave, and I hope the map that will reveal the entrance to the treasure chamber underneath the ziggurat. I was so excited that I had to telegraph my old friend Cornelius Lyons with the news. Cornelius, who has been excavating on the island of Crete, has made his own discovery. He believes that he's found the tomb of King Minos himself in a cave in the hills near Lado. For fear of grave robbers, he has sealed the cave with a heavy iron door locked with a combination lock. He should be entering the cave for the first time tomorrow. As luck would have it, today was his 40th birthday, so I was able to reply to his message with a double congratulations. All that sense of doom is lifted from me. I am now positive that this expedition will meet with success. Alright, so 40th birthday. He's got a lock on the door, which means his birth date is probably the key. So what day was this written? 4/8/12. Therefore his birthday is 4/8/72. And we're not going to argue whether that's April 8th or the 4th of August. It could be either. It doesn't matter. Oh, wrong button. Look. So we want 4, 8. $72. And open the door. Hey, now we found the tomb of King Minos. Alive! Looks like the professor didn't make it too far. But we're gonna take his hat. And we're gonna wear his hat. 'Cause I love pith helmets. I would wear them all day if I could. Oh, there it is. Ah, now instead of wearing the weird medieval helmet, we're wearing the pith helmet. That will also protect us from the rock fall. But we get it so late that it doesn't really matter. The tomb of King Minos. Open it. You courageously open the sarcophagus. Ah, nothing in here but some sort of weird ornament. Alright, whatever. We'll use it later. Alright, while we're here, let's move another one of the... Oh, loud noise warning again. I forgot to tell you the first time lightning hit. Loud noises. Yeah, that always gets me. It's a lot louder than everything else in the game. So that maze is actually 9 blocks that repeat over and over again. One side wraps around the other. Let's see. Move this one. So now we should have 2 bridge position platforms in place. There we are. Just gotta get one more, which means moving the yellow lever inside the ziggurat. Oh, now that we have a Cretan ornament, we can open this door. I think it's gonna be this way. Anyways, there's no way to get back up from the bottom of the well and the cereal maze unless you have the lantern, because you have to be able to teleport using one of the levers. So you can get soft locked there if you didn't bring the lantern. And since it's behind a door, it's very common to get soft locked there. Anyways, Cretan ornament opens this door. Hey, hey, here's the throne room. And they said that the true power hides behind the throne. The true power is a can of paint. Cretan, fresco paint, made by Acme. Excuse me. Coffee. A little coughing. Coughing. Alright, we gotta get all the way back again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, game's frozen. Oh, no. Alright. Here we go. Restarting the game. Luckily, I saved recently. Not as recently as I would have liked, but recently enough. Alright, Labyrinth of Time. Let's load a game. Serene. Ah, okay. Well, you guys get to watch me as I get caught up to where we were. Oh, I'm moving the window back into position and making it bigger. You'll notice that it doesn't take up the entirety of the center of the screen right now. Size. There we go. Alright, so we don't have to meddle with that thing anymore. Okay, so let me remember what we were doing. Alright, so card key. We went to... I think we went to do another platform. But first we gotta get through the maze. We gotta run through this maze like 5 times. It's actually kind of annoying. Do I have the shirt? I don't think I have the shirt right now. Wait, no, I must have the shirt. Yeah, okay. Open. Thing is, I never had the game crash when I was using something other than ScumVM, so this is a little disappointing. So, ScumVM is actually not made for this engine. It's made for the LucasArts adventure games of the early 90s. Alright, so now I have the code. The code actually doesn't change. You can actually put it in before you know it. Anyways, but ScumVM, they added this as extra functionality. And, you know, I can't really blame it. That's a little bit buggy. It actually runs just fine if you use the Steam version, this game. So you don't really have to use ScumVM. I don't really know why I chose to today. Alright, so it seems like maybe the problem was the pith helmet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save here. I can get back there. I can go around the rockfall if it crashes the game again. So let's just take the pith helmet right now. And we got to open this. And and take the Cretan ornament. Cretan ornament. I always want to say Cretan for some reason. It's supposed to be a hard T. Okay, and then we went and we moved the... Oh, loud noises. Sorry, I keep forgetting to tell you before I get hit by lightning that the loud noises are coming. They're coming. They're coming. Alright. And I think I moved the red lever? No. Wait. Yes? I think I moved the red lever. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna have to come back to the last one anyway. Yeah, it was the red lever. Alright. So, let's save here. Oh, yeah, and we got the can of paint. Alright, let's save in case it crashes again. Save. Okay, I'm curious. Is it the pith helmet? Is it just the pith helmet that caused this? Because I love the pith helmet. That would be terrible. Nope, it just crashed. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no, is it just gonna crash when I get to a certain time? It crashed again. This is not good. Alright, let's... Rather than mess with the size of the window I'm just gonna go for it. Labyrinth of Time. Come on, come on. There we go. Okay, Labyrinth of Time. Load. Serene. I'm worried I'm gonna have to save constantly right now. Got me scared now. I want to be able to finish without having to start over for you guys. Okay. Let's see, what can we do? So we need to get the... Now that we've changed history... Oh! Shoot. Yeah, let's go back real quick. We want to go to the museum and collect the item that Professor Garrett found in the ziggurat. So let's go back here. Look. Card key. It seems like if I'm wearing the pith helmet, eventually it crashes. That's just how it works. I don't know. The museum... Wait, the museum on the moon, or... Yeah, the museum on the moon. I think this is the right one. Yes, it is. Alright, Now that we've helped Professor Garrett, we see that there is a Mayan talisman he found from the Sorcerer King's ziggurat of Schmal or whatever. Let's take it. It's ours now.
Attention.
Ah,
Attention. The museum security system has now been activated.
oh god, the museum security system is activated.
Please do not
Alright, this
approach
unique
the
exhibit is the
Proceed immediately to the
I'm just gonna let
nearest
her
exit.
talk.
If you require assistance, please see the nearest security representative.
But they're not here. Anyways, this unique exhibit...
Attention.
Okay, she's just repeating. This unique exhibit is the star of the Professor Martin Garrett's illustrious career as in archaeology, discovered in his expedition to the ziggurat of the Sorcerer King near Uxmal in Central America. This find and its accompanying artifacts that aided Professor Garrett in rewriting the history of the Mayan people. Clues uncovered in the treasure room of the Sorcerer King kept Garrett and his successors busy throughout the 20th century and led to practically every discovery of importance in Central and South America. According to the legends, the Sorcerer King used this talisman to destroy the palaces of his enemies by using it on keystones of those structures. Note that part of the decoration shows lightning bolts striking a ziggurat, or a pyramid, in the Mayan style. By aiming the talisman at the foundation stone of a pyramid, palace, or city, and unleashing its magical power, the Sorcerer King would devastate all his rivals within a decade. How he was overthrown is not known. However, after his death, his enemies destroyed all monuments to him and descriptions of his reign of terror. Strangely, quite a few of the other palaces discovered after the Sorcerer King's treasure room was found had been destroyed in one way or another. New World's Development obtained this priceless relic from the estate of Professor Martin Garrett and makes no claims about the supernatural power of this exhibit, but we wouldn't point it at anything. Haha. Alright, let me, real quick, get the window back into position and at the right size.
Please do not make sudden movements in the presence of security personnel.
Yeah, security personnel might shoot you.
We apologize for any inconvenience you may experience.
Be careful of Paul Blart. He's
This
dangerous.
security announcement has been brought to you by New World's
There's a loose
Development.
cannon, that
The
Blart.
sky is not the limit.
I actually didn't know that she had more to
For
say.
Joseph
Usually I'm
Pierce,
gone by now.
Please pick up the courtesy phone.
She-
Attention. Attention.
I didn't know she had different things to
The
say.
museum
That's actually pretty
security
cool.
system has now
I'm usually
been
gone by
activated.
the time she says those things.
Please do not approach the exhibits.
Ah, I need to get closer.
Proceed immediately to the nearest exit.
Something else that happens when you're playing this not on Scum VM is that it remembers where you were in the inventory. And I guess that's not true when you're playing on Scum VM because it always starts on the map. Alright, let's go to the clown car, or clown maze. What the? Well, I guess we done bad. We done gotta do our time, guys. So nothing for it but to wait here in the old prison. Right, so yeah, we've been put in prison because we stole. But we had to. Alright, we got a gun. Nice. Look at the animation on this blanket. It's just beautiful. Right, so this is another soft lock that people commonly hit. If you don't have the iron key... No, that's the brass key. If you don't have the iron key when you enter this cell, you're done. You're here forever. Luckily, I picked up the iron key from the detective's office. And I'm free to go. Can't hold me, prison. Can't catch me, capas. Alright, one more trip through the, clown maze? Or no, I mean through the surreal maze. And we should be done. Okay. Okay, loud noise warning once again. Once I cross the street, I'll be hit by lightning. Right here. That hurt. Whoops. Uh-oh. There we go. So now we just gotta do the yellow. Oh, that's the purple. Just gotta do the yellow. Oh man. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. That is a highway. We actually live pretty close to a highway. And some people like to race down it. at top speed, without mufflers. Oh god, it's the final boss, guys. We've reached the Minotaur at the center of the labyrinth. That is some pretty good animation, guys. The Minotaur tries to gore you with his murderous horns. And when we turn... Ah, he's looking at me! Honestly, he should be right behind me, but he's not attacking me. Now, you remember, one of the things says, one of Morgan's hints was, it's all done with mirrors. So what can we use to block those mirrors? Hey, we can paint over them. Now that we've painted over one, he's a lot less intimidating. But we still gotta paint over the other one. Even though we know he's an illusion now, it doesn't matter. We still can't get to the center of the maze right now. With him guarding it. Where is the other paint can? Did I pass it? I think I passed it. I did pass it. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, I can turn off the thing now. There we go. Conserve. Got conserve oil. It's made from whales. And we might run out of whales one day. I don't think it's possible. There it is. Alright, paint over it. And now... Hey! We got ourselves an X-shaped hole. What could go in an X-shaped hole? Couldn't possibly be the X. A labyrinth. Alright, so... the labyrinth was named for the Greek word for a specific type of axe, which is what I'm holding. And I put it in the hole. And hey! It's the keystone! Now, all we have to do is aim and fire to finish this game. Where's my mind talisman? I went through all the trouble to steal it. Here we are. Alright, once I click, this game is over. So what I'm going to do first is save. I always try to save something one click from the end. Brilliant, but pointless. Okay, I have to go back into my thing. Dang it! It didn't register that I still had the mind talisman out. Oh well. Alright, here we go. And 1, 2, 3... Dead! You blast the keystone with the talisman. That's it, guys. We finished the game. With its keystone destroyed, the labyrinth shreds into unreality. It certainly is quiet here. You have done well, my friend. The labyrinth is destroyed, and the spirit of King Minos has fled back into the other world. Now I am free again. After many long years of slavery, I am in your debt. Hey, it's the wings that killed his son. Still, I must follow the evil king and watch him carefully. Who knows what new plans he may be hatching. Okay, we're in a bug here. It's not supposed to see it. Okay, I chose well when I summoned you from Earth, mortal. Hail and farewell. So, it hops back a couple screens sometimes. That's the bug. I don't know why. I don't have control of this, cinematic. It certainly is quiet here. Say, were you something outside of time and space used to be? Where exactly are you? If you'd like to find out, watch for... Wow, the interface disappeared. Labyrinth of Time 2, Lost in the Land of Dreams. Alright, and it crashed immediately. But that's the idea. Alright, that's the whole game, guys. Ah, that's right, it just hit 6 a.m. Cool. Hour and 40-minute stream for you guys. Anyway, anybody who watched me on Twitch today, anybody watching on YouTube in the future, I love you all. And I will play this game again, because when I get high and I want some comfort, I always come to this game. At any rate, love you all. Bye-bye.